Hey, I got a new saying I wanna drop on you. The new saying that I hope will catch on is stop electing stupid people to high office. Not new. If this is the first video you've ever watched of mine, it's a joke because it's something I say all the time. Stop electing stupid people. I often talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene, Louis Gohmert, Paul Gosar, Jim Jordan. I mean, it's a host of dum-dums in the House of Representatives and to a lesser degree, but still there's many of them, Mark Wayne Mullen and Tommy Tuberville in the Senate. They have them in the Senate too. But I want to talk about Lauren Boebert today. Lauren Boebert, wow, amazing. To be this unprepared, yet you glide through the world with unearned arrogance. To go as a congresswoman, an elected representative in our Congress, and you show up to your job stupidly, to question a witness, a famous witness, not just some rando in the government you've never heard of and you've mistaken them for someone else. Oliver Stone, the famed conspiracy theorist and movie director. And she thought he was Roger Stone. Roger Stone wrote a book called The Man Who Killed Kennedy, The Case Against LBJ. Roger Stone, Donald Trump's agent of chaos, Donald Trump's pal, Donald Trump's conspiracy theorist, Donald Trump's henchman, wrote a book about how LBJ, Lyndon Baines Johnson, was responsible in part for the assassination of John F. Kennedy. Oliver Stone famously wrote a movie, or directed a movie, about the assassination of JFK, bandying about conspiracy theories. Nonsense. Anyway, here's Lauren Boebert. Here's the genius Lauren Boebert. This is why we need people with at least intellectual curiosity. I'm not saying you have to have a master's degree. I don't have a master's degree. You don't need a doctorate. You don't even need a college degree. You don't even need to have a high school diploma, much like Lauren Boebert does not. What you need is intellectual curiosity about the world. Lauren, get it in there. Cram it in there. Try to figure it out. Here she is, just cementing the fact that we should stop electing stupid people to high office.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you to our witnesses for being here today. Hopefully we can stay on topic for the rest of this hearing. We seem to be wrapping up pretty close here. Mr. Stone, you wrote a book accusing LBJ of being involved in the killing of President Kennedy. Do these most recent releases confirm or negate your initial charge? Being involved in the assassination of President Kennedy.
No, I didn't. In the film, if you look closely, there's no such statement. No, I didn't. If you look closely at the film, there's no. It accuses the President Johnson.
Okay.
Of being part of a complicit in a cover-up of the case, but not in the assassination itself, which I don't know.
What do you think that he was complicit with? Yes, sir. I'll get to you.
The cover-up. Well, how about, for starters, appointing Alan Dulles, the head of the CIA, who was fired by Kennedy, to the commission itself, to the Warren Commission, and he goes to almost every meeting, and he's pretty much in charge of the Warren Commission from the beginning. Alan Dulles. That's part of the evidence that points to President Johnson's either incompetence or involvement.
Mr. Morley, I think you had something to add on that.
I think you're confusing Mr. Oliver Stone with Mr. Roger Stone.
I haven't stated it yet.
Who?
Sorry.
It's Roger Stone who implicated LBJ in the assassination of the president. It's not my friend
Is that what
Oliver
all the whispers
Stone.
were there? I may have misinterpreted that, and I apologize for that. But there seems to be some alluding of, like you said, incompetence or some sort of involvement there on the back end. And so sorry, I'm going to move on. Mr. Morley, I would like to talk more about.
Sorry, I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on. Please, everyone, just ignore what just took place. Like, can we roll back the tape? Can we just delete? Can we delete what just happened? The footage? Unfortunately for her, that is not the case. That's not how it works. What do you say? What do you say about this type of event type of an event in Congress, just glazing over. At the very least, this is irresponsible levels of unpreparedness. She's not ready for this moment. She is not ready for prime time. She's not ready to represent a constituency that somehow saw fit to elect her because of her allegiance and sycophancy relative to Donald Trump. She's just another in a long line of incapable, unqualified Republican representatives. It takes such a minuscule amount of research to know. I mean, really, there's no research necessary to know what the views of Oliver Stone are and have been for years. And a book written by a crank. I mean, they're both cranks. They're both cranks. But a book written by another crank just happens to have the same last name. You know, Lauren Boebert, some people have the same last name. Some people who exist within the same ecosphere of conspiracy theory also have the same name. It's a novel concept, I know. I know for you. Can we stop? Can we stop? Also, why is the Republican Party wasting time holding hearings about the assassination of John F. Kennedy when the Kennedy files were just released, right? It wasn't good enough? What's the legislative intent of what they're trying to accomplish here? Are they going to write legislation based on these hearings and the information they get from these hearings? Are they going to change laws? Because that's the intent. Other than oversight, that's the intent of the motivation for these types of hearings, the constitutional justification for these hearings. I don't see any legislative cause or purpose here, do you? We'll leave it there. I'd love to know, what the hell are they doing here other than just highlighting their stupidity? You can comment below. You can also call the voicemail line 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. Please consider supporting this work. You can help support this channel. You can help produce these videos with me by clicking the join button below, becoming a channel member for $2 a month, or you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast and help support there. I would appreciate it very much. You can also go to dollemore.com. We're selling a kid's book that we just published. It's called The Grateful Child. You can find it on Amazon and everywhere else that books are sold, also on the website. I would appreciate it very much. I love and appreciate you. You can find me on social media if you're looking for me there. I'm at Dollemore, and I will see you next time. Until then, be genuine and take care of one another.